Hello everyone and welcome back to the dungeon. A little something different for you today. I want to take a moment to talk about a game I've played recently that's really had me enthralled. And that game is Signalis. If you're not aware, Signalis is a classic survival horror set in a dystopian future in which humanity has uncovered a dark secret, as said on its Steam page. In this game itself, you play as Elster, a technician replica searching for her lost dreams and above all else trying to fulfill a promise. Now, this game has had my attention for a while now, though I've not been able to play it near as much as I would like. The game itself is just something very special, I feel. It's very reminiscent of your classic horror games, such as your old Resident Evils. Fans of that game will be feeling right at home with this, with your inventory management and your puzzles within the game, many of which are actually pretty creative, I would say, and none of them are particularly hard. The game itself is very fair, I would say, as well. During my first playthrough of it, actually never dying a single time and only having to load a save once. As I said, as you explore the facility, you'll find various notes, equipment, and even characters who give you little bits of insight of this world you have found yourself in. You also get this in the way of flashback sequences that really don't get much explanation, and you have to kind of piece them together as you go. All part of this idea of your character having these lost memories that are just getting more and more distorted over time, and you're having to piece together what it is you have lost and what the promise it is you're trying to fulfill is. The game itself is, as I said, it's surprisingly human, I would say, despite the fact that your character, as well as the majority of characters you encounter, are not human. As a matter of fact, in this dystopian setting, I don't believe there's even a single point in the game where they refer to anybody as human. Even the few quote-unquote human characters you interact are not called humans. Everyone in this dystopian future is basically designated as either a replica, your mechanical near human-like androids such as your own character Elster, or they are a gestalt. Gestalts essentially being they are the humans, and many of them are just assigned roles. In this dystopian future, it seems like basically those in power do everything they can to remove that human element, to try to make them have a particular purpose, particular goal, a particular role that they have to fit within this society. Some of them even actually are used as the templates for the replicas, and you'll see, and that's a common theme throughout the game, is similarities between individuals. The game, it's as if in this dystopian future they go and try to take as many steps as they can to remove certain aspects of individuality, which is another very emotional side of this game, as you'll see throughout it that despite that, there are many characters, especially within the sane replicants that you find, that do have a very clear sense of individuality. They start to recall memories of the past, of who they are based off of, and begin to create their own personalities, their own wants and desires. And in particular, with your character Elster, you see this in their drive to get through the facility to find what they are looking for. Now, I will, at this point, go ahead and point out that a lot of what I'm saying and a lot of things I've picked up about this game thus far are actually all from the thoughts that I organized after a single playthrough of the game. The game, playing into a lot of its themes of repetition as well, is that you cannot actually get, like, sort of the, I guess, final ending after one playthrough. The game has multiple endings. I believe it's 4 endings and a secret ending. Or maybe it's 4 total. I would have to double check on that. But the secret ending, which I would presume to be your kind of final ending, is actually not possible to acquire on your first playthrough. And even the ending you get your first playthrough can vary greatly depending on your actual play style. Did you run away from enemies? Did you spend a lot of time injured? Did you avoid damage as much as possible? Did you kill a lot of enemies? Did you kill very few enemies? All these things lead to different outcomes at the end of your playthrough. My particular ending that I got on my first one was called the Promise ending, and it was very emotional. It was very bittersweet, and it has left me with a great desire to go back and play more of the game, which I'm hopefully going to do very soon, as I am very interested to see what more the game has hidden for me. I guess to finish out my thoughts, this is a beautiful game. That is still very much a horror game, so if horror games are not your cup of tea, then perhaps this isn't quite for you. But if you can get past the scares, then this is simply a very beautiful game that I think deserves tons of recognition. And well, the overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam, I think, speaks for itself. So if you get the chance, check out Signalis and see what you can uncover about your own playthroughs in the game. And I hope you enjoy. Thank you for listening to my ramblings about this game. I know views like this aren't typically what I do, save for at the end of my streams where I finish games. But it's just something I really wanted to kind of give a go at. I'm very bad at organizing my thoughts on these things. Even when I'm making notes on stuff, I feel like they're very shorthanded notes that can just kind of help me recall information in my head. So this was very much me just kind of spewing my thoughts into the mic and seeing what comes out. So I hope you enjoyed, and I hope even more that you try out Signalis and enjoy that game. So for now, just wish you all a good night and safe travels. Bye.